Hi Virgo, how are we today? Just doing our weekly readings. This week we're looking at all things love. What do you need to know most in regards to love? Okay, make sure you do leave a comment on the video so you can go in the draw for that free personal reading. Running that throughout November, so each comment on each video you will get an extra entry. Okay. But today I'm doing a Celtic cross layout, but I'm doing it a little bit differently, of course. We have the Divine Goddess Messages Oracle that we're starting off with for your sort of main energy. I'm also using the Weird World Lenormand. This is actually 2 decks in one, so we do get some double up cards come through, which is quite interesting, adds an extra layer of info. And also grabbing you a couple of cards today from the Love Confession Oracle. Okay, so Virgo, looking at love for you. I'm going to grab all your cards out first and we'll go from there. Starting off for Virgo with the present energy, Virgo's energy when it comes to love. What does Virgo need to know in regards to love, please? Love messages for our Virgos. All right, now Virgo, looking at the past energy in love for you. I had one just sort of fly on out right as I said the word past, but I will grab a clarifier for that. Okay, the future energy for Virgo. What's crossing Virgo? The challenge, the subconscious energy for our Virgos, and the ideal desired outcome for Virgo here. Clarify that, please. Okay, interesting. We do also have the 4 standalone cards, Virgos, so we'll grab you a advice card, external influences here. Clarify that, please. We also have your hopes and your fears. Clarify that, please, as well as the outcome for you. Beautiful. Okay, Virgo. This is a very interesting reading, okay? I am picking up a strong energy here of the retrograde affecting this reading as well. So I'll just sort of let you know that, and we will move on into it. But your present energy, we have Lady Luck. Luck is on your side, Virgo. Fortune gives you the golden touch right now when it comes to love. So you've got a really good energy when it comes to love, and the things that you're desiring and manifesting with love are sort of moving in the direction that you want them to here, and that you have luck on your side when it comes to love. That energy though is being crossed by the Garden. Okay, so you're being challenged by, this is the card of meetings, but also social energy as well. So for some of you, you are being challenged by, it feels like, this need to be sociable, like you've got maybe quite a lot of social events and things like that going on. You've got a lot of, I'm trying to think of the word, but it's like a lot of people vying for your time. So a lot of, oh, come meet up with me here, Virgo. Let's go do this, Virgo. Spending time with friends seems to be taking a lot of your time at the moment, and you've got a lot of people sort of wanting your time and energy, which is actually taking, challenging you and taking your time away from love and moving forwards in love, because you're putting so much time and energy into, work meetings and friends at the moment. Okay, but for others of you, you're being challenged by the meeting love, like feeling as though you're being challenged by meeting the right person for some of you here. But for some of you, this has got to do more to do with a specific person in your energy already. And it's kind of like you're being challenged by, I know there needs to be a meeting between me and this person. And that's the challenge, is to have that meeting with this person. Because I am seeing here in the past, we have the Ring clarified by the stars. So there was a desired relationship that's sitting in the past. All right, this is in your past energy. And I do feel as though this is heavily affecting this entire reading, that this past relationship that you wished for, that was your dream come true kind of thing, that you want, that was the goal. So for a lot of you, the goal is sitting in the past. So maybe that's why you're feeling challenged by, look, I need to have a meeting with this past person. For some of you, just for closure, but for others of you, you kind of feel like this past person is your person. And that's where I'm getting a lot of this retrograde energy as well, that there is a past person that you're wanting them to come back around. You're wanting to have a sit down meeting with them and hash things out, kind of thing. Especially, it's kind of the desired outcome that I'm seeing for you here, Virgo. I do have the feminine. So we do see a person clarified by the fox. There is a person sitting in your desired outcome. So it's not necessarily that your desired outcome is not necessarily a certain archetype of relationship. It's not a certain outcome of what love looks like for you in your life. It's a person. A specific person is the desired outcome here. Somebody who is feminine yet very independent and this is kind of boss bitch energy. Somebody that's very in touch with, nurturing energy, emotional energy, but they're also very standalone. They're also very independent and intelligent, and they do what needs to be done. This is kind of that, it kind of gives single mother energy, to be honest, because we see the nurturing mother archetype here, but then we do see a lot of independence and doing whatever needs to be done for the survival of the family kind of thing. So I'm picking up a strong single mother kind of energy. Now, just because it's the feminine doesn't mean that it's an actual woman. Okay, this could just be somebody who is very in touch with their own emotions, but not necessarily in a bad way. But it's like, we can get a bit over emotional, right? But it's like they understand their own femininity. The softer sides of themselves, but they also, they have the more masculine side of themselves, that they're kind of shift to suit the situation kind of person. They're very adaptable, and they know how to survive whatever situation they're faced with. They find a way through. They're a very strong person. I am getting that. They're very intelligent as well. So you may really admire that about this person, that they are a very intelligent, self-sufficient kind of person. It does feel that it is connected to the past here as well. Okay, so it does feel very connected to the past. Now, the subconscious energy that's sort of running through you at the moment, Virgo, we have the moon. This person is like a magnet to you. It's like everything in your whole world keeps telling you that person, that person, that person. And you have a lot of emotions under the surface here that haven't risen, that you're trying to avoid a little bit. They're very subconscious emotions. I am picking up that it's both sides of the coin too. It's not just all positive emotions. There's like this underlying rage, a little bit rage, anger, that they're in the past, that they're not in your current energy, that they're in the past energy for you here, Virgo. So that's why you kind of feel that the draw to, I need to speak to this person. I need to have a sit down meeting with this person and get on the same page and maybe try to work things out with this person. The future energy I see here, we have the sun. Happiness. All right. Happiness, ultimate happiness is in the future. There is happiness in the future for you here, Virgo. Okay, but it comes with a lot of things coming to light. This is some personal epiphanies coming to light. And I think that that's partly why the emotions are under the surface for you here, Virgo, because, there's something under there that you know that there's a personal epiphany, facing some facts about yourself that need to happen, taking personal responsibility. And those things are coming to light for you in the future. But ultimately, it leads you to happiness in maybe a different way than what you're expecting. The advice we have for you is the bear. strong boundaries. You need to have boundaries, healthy boundaries here. We're not going to allow this person to take advantage of us. We're not going to, take advantage of them. We're not going to control the situation. We're not going to let them control the situation. We're going to stand tall and strong and firm and confident in our own power, and we're going to nurture the situation in a healthy way. We're not going to get aggressive. We're not going to get defensive because of the personal epiphanies that need to come up. If you sit down and have a meeting with this person, you need to be prepared to take personal responsibility and take their perspective under consideration as well as your own, because that's what meeting in the middle is. Okay, it's not steamrolling the situation. Okay, I'm just picking that up for a couple of you here because the bear sometimes can be a little bit you're needing to just stand tall and strong and firm and solid in your own self and in what you want from the situation, but also do it in a nurturing, loving, caring way where it's healthy boundaries. It's not, giant walls, and it's not no walls at all. Okay, we're looking at the mid-balance, the healthy balance of boundaries there, which means, I'm picking up this because this is challenging you, the garden, meeting people in the middle. So, you do really need to pay attention to other people in situations as well, and taking other people's opinions and meeting in the middle rather than my way or the highway, Virgo. Okay. The external influences here, we have the scythe. I have clarified that with the bouquet as well, the flowers there. So the external influence is, I feel like for a lot of you, it's got something to do with, sorry, just getting comfortable. I think for a lot of you, the external influence here on this situation is the way that this suddenly ended in the past. So that's why I'm sort of feeling that for some of you, you just need closure. You just need to have that conversation just so that we can move forward and work on things in a better way for ourselves. Even if you are telling yourself that the end result, the desired result that you're wanting is that person back in your life, I don't think that that actually is for some of you, that it's more about the closure and coming to terms with the loss of that person from your life, because for a lot of you, this seemed to have happened very suddenly, very out of nowhere, that this breakup happened, or this person was, cut out of your life in some kind of a way. And it may not even been that they were actually, cut out of your life completely. It may just have been the way that they were giving to you in the situation, because the flowers is all about the giving energy, the give and take, the reciprocal energy. So you may have found yourself in a situation where you were giving and giving and giving and giving, and you just weren't getting anything back from this person, or they may feel that way towards you, Virgo, and that's what's the issue has been here. So really taking that on board. I don't know why onto board. It sounded weird. The hopes and fears, we have the rider clarified by the key. Okay, so the hopes and fears here, the hope is that, we can rush into this and everything, good news, everything's back to perfect. Let's rush on in and jump up on that horse and get going off into the sunset. That's the hope. But it's also the fear that, that they won't open up to me, that it won't be an opportunity for me, that I'm hoping for this opportunity to come and lead to success, but I'm also very afraid that it's not going to, and that I'm going to have to choose a different option here, that I am going to, have to walk through a different doorway here, and that's not going to happen for me. So the hope is the fear. You're kind of hopeful for something to happen, but fearful that it's not going to, or that you're going to have to, find a different door to walk through here, another option, that this option's not going to work out for you. Okay, but the end result here, the outcome we have for you, Virgo, we have the house. Stability, security within oneself. Okay, and this doesn't even matter whether this other person is involved or not. Pardon. Does not even matter, because this is emotional and mental stability for you. This is you being able to build a home. Home is where the heart is. Build a home, build a family, all by yourself. It doesn't matter whether this person is a part of it or not. Okay? This is a strong sense of family and being very solid and steady and stable. Okay, so some sort of stability returns to your life here. So you're no longer have this undercurrent of emotion flowing through everything. Things do stabilize. You do find happiness. And to be completely honest, Virgo, I don't think it, in the long run, I don't think it actually matters whether that stability is created with this person or without. It's good for you either way, right? It works out how you need it to, and for some of you that is with this person, and for others of you it's within your own self. Because I feel like for some of you here, that's why, like, you're pinning your hopes on something that you can't control. You can't control other people. Um, but you need to have these personal revelations. That's the future outcome for you here, is future, personal revelations and epiphanies that lead you to happiness and finding happiness for your own self, Virgo. It doesn't necessarily matter whether it's happiness with this person or not, even though you feel like it does. Okay, it's all about you in the long run here. Any extra messages for Virgo in regards to love? Anything else Virgo needs to know in regards to love? Whoa. Okay, the whole deck just dropped. I am obsessed with you. And not going to lie, Virgo, I feel like that is you towards this person. That, like I keep saying, in the long run, it doesn't necessarily matter whether it's with this person or not. You are very fixated on this one particular person. So whether that's going to work in your favor or against, time will tell. Yeah. But just be careful that, you may be getting to that level of a little bit obsessive over this situation. And when we move into that level, it's not healthy for us. That's why we saw the bear for your advice, healthy boundaries. So we're not crossing over into obsession too much. That it's one thing to be obsessed with somebody that you do deeply care about, but if they're not giving you back that same level of obsession, then that's not healthy for you, Virgos. So be careful with that, okay? I want to spend more time with you. So once again, there's that meeting. We're wanting to have that sit-down sort of meeting. We want to spend time to work this out or find the closure that we need to really, come together and look at both sides of the coin here, and work out whether this is something we can move forward with, or if this is something that we just need to, close the book on, and at least we've gotten that closure and that movement for our own selves. Because I feel like for a lot of you, even though just in general we don't need closure, I do feel that for you in this situation, you need to find that closure for yourself in some way, shape or form, and you just seem to be very fixated on having that sit down meeting and talking to this person in person. In order to receive that, if that's what you need to get out of this, is closure. That seems to be the way that it's going to, like, get stuck in your brain and actually help you find closure, is to have a sit down kind of meeting. But you're very challenged by that. There seems to be some obstacles in making that happen for you here, Virgos. So, but it does sort of feel as though you're going to get to where you need to be one way or another. It's just moving through the energy as we go. And, I do feel that things are going to, luck is on your side. That's the present energy, is that luck is on your side. So things sort of will work in your favor to make things happen the way you need them to. Okay, Virgo. But that's what we have for you. Make sure you leave that comment so you go in the draw for that free personal reading. And I'll see you all again soon.